Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast, where we like to talk to other working men about sports. And if you aren't a man, who cares? Welcome to the show. Well, we said it. We're going to talk about the Timberwolves until they're irrelevant in the playoffs, until they were inactive. And man, we got our ass beat this weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Twice.
It was bad.
Man, at home. I mean, you
Both
think we got to
both
get
home
one?
games.
Yeah, we got to get one of those, you think. But man, that's just wild. Um, what is your takeaway from those two games? I mean, before I actually ask you, I just want to say something. People I talk to, they're like, the Timberwolves are just off. We're just shooting bad. But you got to give the Denver Nuggets some credit too, that
They adapted.
they adapted. They've been playing solid defense. They have been rebounding. They've been boxing out. They have been getting the shots they want us to take that they're okay with us taking.
Yep.
That's not just by design of, we just miss. You got to give the Nuggets credit too. And there are some buckets that you can say the Timberwolves did miss that just was not good. But the Nuggets are the defending champs. They weren't just going to fall down and be done.
No.
But we were all on the hype train too. That hey, we could win this thing. We still can. We still can win this. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I thought maybe we could win it, maybe 4-1, 4-2. But it might come down to being even 4-3 if we can win it. I still believe in the Timberwolves. I still think we got a chance. That last night, I don't know if you watched that game last night, but they high pick and rolled all night.
Was it on Rudy?
Yeah, and Rudy couldn't really do anything to attack Jokic because then Gordon or Porter Jr. mostly Gordon would go in for the alley-oop. So he couldn't really jump to leave the ground because when he did, there was a quick dish, boom, gone. And Gordon, at one point in the game, he was like 12 for 12.
Yeah, he finished off here
He was
11 for 12.
Yeah, 11 for 11 or 10 for 10. 11 for 12, he finished off. Now, to me, that had a huge impact on the game because nobody really goes that hard.
No, I mean, this is what I say.
That's crazy.
I almost call them the Gophers. The Timberwolves did the right move on making Gordon one of their main scorers. The right move. He just hit every basket that was going his way.
Yeah.
The other thing that I feel like that really took the wind out of him was that right before the halftime, the half-court shot by Jamal Murray this last game.
I seen that happen. I had a feeling. I'm like, oh shit, he's about to put this in. Boom!
It was a lazy bad pass.
It was
on the Timberwolves' behalf.
Yep.
I think they just got so excited. Hey, we're down, and just started chucking. Just panicked.
Yeah, and you can't have dumb mistakes like that against these teams.
No, you have to almost play a perfect game.
And again, like you said, the plan was on.
The plan was on.
Let Gordon do all that stuff. He put the ball in his hand, make him beat you. And then when he goes out there and he almost has a nearly perfect game,
what are you supposed to do?
What do you do?
It's like you look at Jamal Murray. He shot 8 for 17 this last game. Had 19 points. That's what they wanted. They wanted him to miss half of his shots. They wanted him to keep shooting. If Gordon didn't hit, I'll say 4 of his shots that he hit, guarantee Murray would have took those shots and probably would have missed him and been even bigger deficit. But it's one of those type of things like they wanted Murray to take those shots. But when they found something in Gordon, and Gordon just snapped.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, Cat, McDaniels, hey, one of you two need to step up here.
Do something. I mean, I get it. It's
there
tough.
Must be something you can do out here.
It's tough. And I'll say another thing that was really hard, though, was free throws. 18 for 27.
Yeah.
18 for 27. I mean,
that's god awful.
You hit 4 or 5 more of those, you're even closer.
Yeah.
That was just crazy to me to see that we're missing free throws, and it almost felt like the hack of Shaq. Just follow Rudy Gobert, send him to the line. Boom, miss.
And he was 5 for 9.
Boom, miss. Boom, miss. It's like, oh my God. I mean,
You
what?
know, that would have been 4 more points.
Yeah, that's 115 to 111. And so it's like, I felt like everything that could have been, the game plan I felt like was good. But when the guy hits a perfect night, pretty much, you really can't do anything about it. And then when your guys aren't stepping up, helping out Ant-Man, who had a fantastic game,
Oh yeah,
it's just,
do scoring a point a minute. He had 45 minutes and 44 points.
yeah, he was unstoppable last night. And, Jokic is always going to get his.
Yeah, well,
Like
all
that's
you can
just
do is
going to
try to slow him
happen.
down. You either try to slow him down with rebounds or you try to slow him down with points.
But
And
when Gordon
you
comes
know
out with
what?
27 points and him at
No,
35,
I'm not making excuses. Rudy Gobert is a defensive player of the year. He needs to play like it.
I'm trying to tell you though, if you
He needs to
watch
play like it.
if you
He
watch the game, they with Gordon being as good as he was last night, with him slashing, if he goes up and commits, the ball gets dished.
then where's Cat and McDaniels at?
The floor is stretched, bro. It's like it was like a rotating thing, and then if he did play, then they hit with the high pick and roll, boom. It
Then
was just a tough game
no,
yesterday. It was
and that's why I say if you're supposed to be the defensive player of the year, you're supposed to adapt to that shit.
it's tough, man. It's the Denver Nuggets.
Adapt.
It's the Denver Nuggets.
That doesn't. Hey, you're a defensive player of the year. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
you're going. I know you're going. I know he's going against the MVP of the year.
but that's a good team. I mean, it's not like this is a slouch game. You
I'm
can
not
be
saying
the
it was a
best
slouch
or the
game.
MVP, but there's like levels to all this stuff, and like sometimes you can't have it. If Gordon doesn't have that great game, we're all saying, "Oh, it's fantastic, it's great, it's huge." We had the best defensive player in the league. It did his thing, da, da, da. But he didn't. That guy hit almost every shot. What are you supposed? What are you supposed to? What are you
There's
supposed
nothing
to
you can
do?
do. There's nothing you can do.
Exactly. What do you do? What do you
Shoot
do?
better.
You have to. There's good defense. You're in his face. And bam. What do you? That guy's having a hell of a night. What are you supposed to do?
Rotate, switch, do something. And you know what?
11 for 12. 11 for 12, bro. Like that's just
I would if I was them, I would have said, hey, Kyle Anderson, you're going in. Jaden McDaniels, you're staying on the court. Towns, you're staying on the court. Edwards, you're staying on the court. And Gobert, you're staying on the court. We're gonna get length on these guys. Edwards, you're running the 1. Jaden McDaniels, you're running the 2. Anderson, you're running the 3. Towns, you're running 4. Gobert, you're running 5. And we're getting the length on these guys. We're cutting down on all that. Like Kyle Anderson only had 6 minutes.
yeah.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
I would have played him more. You give
It-
yourself a little bit more length.
what was his shooting percentage?
He only took 1 shot.
I just think it came down to just
I
when
mean,
he
you have
when a guy does
Alexander.
that, that was the unsung hero
It was.
of it
It
was
was.
Gordon
I mean,
yesterday.
but
I mean,
you have
you just can't. What do you do? I mean, you prep, but you don't prep for a guy to go almost perfect.
no, but you have Alexander Walker who took 4 threes and didn't hit any of them. He was 1 for 7.
So if you're the Timberwolves, what do you do now going into this next game? You got to go back there. Momentum's on their side right now, and you won there twice though, and it's hard to beat a team twice, and then again even 3 times. So I think we could take this game back there. We take that game. We keep applying pressure, and I don't think Gordon's gonna have another game like that again.
No,
So
as well as if he does it again, then was it a fluke? I don't think it's a fluke. Was this
I don't know, but I don't think it's gonna
like
happen. If it doesn't happen, we can win the game. If it didn't happen last night, we win that game.
but if it doesn't happen, then we have to still be careful with Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Because he had an off game. He shot 0 for 2 from 3, only had 4 points. We did his job on him. Caldwell Pelp only had 3 points. We did our job on him. The only person that really killed us was Jokic and Gordon. And we had no answer for Gordon. Like when you have
he was hitting just everything.
But I'm saying when you have Ant that put up 44, your next high scorer is Mike Conley with 15. Towns only put up 13 points.
Speaking of Conley, I wonder if he's going to be. Yeah, that was 13 points is not good. I wonder if he's
No,
going
it's
to be
not
good to
good.
go for the next game. He took a big fall on his shoulder. Like, dude went up for I think he was going up for the layup, and then he just came down and bam, like right on his shoulder. He was down for a little bit. I think he came back and played, but don't know
No,
what's going
he's
to happen
good.
next.
I mean, right now this his status is active, so
That's good. That's
he'll be
good.
good to go.
Timberwolves we gotta get this done. We can beat them there. If we win there, then they come back here and we can try to finish it off here. Other than that, if they win, then we gotta stay there. Now, I I was listening to sports radio today and they were talking about the refs. They were talking the one, that ref that got caught cheating a while back and he went to prison with
Yeah.
their rigging NBA games.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that they would go into these meetings when it was like a high profile, like a big market versus small market, and they would watch film and they were told to watch these certain plays because we need to call these things. And they said that they would leave and go, man, they must really want LA to win this year. And he goes, it wasn't rigged per se, but it was tilted towards the bigger team who they wanted to see. So it's about who has the bigger draw.
Well, I think right now the Timberwolves have the biggest draw, and that's not me trying
Well,
to sound
that's
biased.
what I'm saying though with Ant. Just maybe if that's all true, like I don't know. I mean, that's just a whole different. I just heard that on the radio today. And I'm like, I can see, it's always these bigger markets that are winning these things. So maybe there is some truth to that. Maybe there isn't. And if there is, it should hopefully favor the Wolves. And like I
It
said, I
should.
don't know. I'm not saying I believe all this is. This is something I heard on the radio, so I'm just repeating. I'm just regurgitating what I heard. But I think something to think about a little bit
It is.
because man. And I don't even know what the betting was on the game last night. I feel like they couldn't even. They hit like they get close to 9 points, then they fall behind. And they get to
Yeah.
cut 9 points, fall. I don't know if they even got to 8 or 7.
No,
Maybe at one point they got to 7 at the end, close to it, but it wasn't enough.
they
Um,
they they, they fell behind. Karl Anthony Towns has to shoot better. He was 5 for 18.
God,
Yeah, he has to shoot better. I think he knows he has to shoot better. Gobert's gonna have to stop getting in foul trouble. He had 5 fouls with 11 points and 14 rebounds.
mm.
It's just one of the type of things that they have to be more sound on defense. They have to communicate better on
and
defensive end. Hey,
and stop.
this guy's rolling, this guy's picking. Hey, they just need someone to call out who's seeing all like that guy that's in the corner watching everything going on because there are guys not moving out of that corner because he's not part of that play. He needs to be the guy to call that shit out.
Thing is, everybody sees it and it's happening. Everybody sees it, but it's just happening. It's one of those things where it's like it almost looked like a newer version of the mailman, Karl
Karl
Malone and
Malone, John Stockton.
John Stockton. Like they were just high pick, roll, boom, bop. And then what's his name would come in, do his quick little, I don't even know what you'd even call it,
Floater?
teardrop
His floater?
floater thing. And either that was going to go in, and if it didn't, Gordon, boom, done. So they definitely got to plan better for this. Can you say that maybe having Finchy on the sideline, not being able to be out there is making a difference? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, we wasn't there for the first 2 games, so it's not really an excuse now. I just
No.
think it's time to turn it up. Ant-Man's been doing his thing. Everybody else helping. Stop complaining to the refs when you don't get the call. The shit's getting old. It's getting annoying. Let's get back on track and do what we do best, and let's win basketball games. Let's beat the Denver Nuggets. We did it twice at their home. We can do it again. Take it back here, and let's finish this thing.
Yep.
Let's be done with it. And let's go to the next round. We belong in this thing.
We do.
We belong
belong.
in this thing. So let's show the world that the Timberwolves are in this thing, and we're coming up again. We're bringing it back. We're gonna do what we gotta do, and let's just stop messing around and get it done. Let's just go back to what works. Again, plan was okay yesterday. Never planned on a guy to hit off like that. But it is what it is. Move past that now. Let's go to Denver. Let's shove it down their throat, get the win, bring it back here, shove it down their throat again, and get past this. Because you can't fool around with this team.
Nope.
You can't fool around with this team. We got to go on a run, and you got to keep the run there. You got to once you got your foot on the neck, you got to push it down. You got to break it.
Yeah.
You sit there and allow them to come back. Because if you do, you're going to pay the price. You're going to end up paying the piper off this thing. That's what's going to happen. I don't have anything else to really say about this. I mean, they're just getting fired up about this game. These are intense games. I think they play tomorrow, right? 7 o'clock, something like that. Nine, I think. Might even be 9.
Is it 9?
9:30.
Let me just double check here. It is 9:30 on TNT.
Which means I will have it. Sweet. I'll be able to watch that game. So I don't have anything else really to say about that except let's go Wolves. What's our chant? We've been doing it. We got to keep it going. Let's go
Wolves. Let's go Wolves.
Let's go Wolves.
Let's go Wolves.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Come on, Wolf fans, make some noise. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. So I don't have anything else to say. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
All right, guys, leave a comment below. If you're a T-Wolves fan, put "Let's Go Wolves" in the comments. We want to hear about it. We want to hear from you. We want to see the support, and you'll hear from us soon. I want to thank you guys for listening to the Working Man Sports Talk. Peace.
Peace.